Today is a blessing. I'm sitting here with Shelly Vincent, who is the broker of the HomeSmart Colorado organization. Shelly, welcome on. Thank you so much for joining me today. And you're just a wealth of knowledge. And we've been friends for about what, a year and a half, two
Yep.
years or something.
hmm
And um, yeah, just lots of good stuff going on. Lots of different things with all kinds of news. And just want to bring people's attention real quick. We were chatting a little bit earlier. What do you have back there on your wall? I love it.
So I like big thinkers and successful people that think big, have open minds, and persevere. So I've always considered Elon Musk and Steve Jobs to be, great at what they do. Whatever you think about them, they've overcome extreme adversity. Even the Wolf of Wall Street, it's kind of funny to me. He's been sober over 20 years now. He made himself over and over as an extremely successful person, and that's the type of energy I like to have when I'm on a Zoom and these photos are behind me.
Absolutely. Think big, think different, be the wolf. I love that 100%. I think right now it's really interesting. There are a lot of people who are intimidated by a bunch of the changes. I know, at least for myself, it feels like we're grinding and grinding and working harder than we ever have. Um, what kind of advice do you have for those out there, either trying to get into the industry or see the light at the end of the tunnel?
It's a tough time entering, and there's always room for growth. So both things. We've got high interest rates. We've got rapidly changing market right now, and I'm very fortunate being in the Denver metro area. We are one of the top markets in the U.S., and so business is still brisk, but we're just now overcoming a massive shortage of housing available. Between that complete housing affordability crisis and the higher interest rates, it's very, very challenging market. So agents are having to be very creative right now to earn their business. And then you saddle that on top of all the uncertainty with the DOJ and AR lawsuits and the changes to how we do our business. It creates a lot of uncertainty.
For sure. Now, what kind of a market do you have there in your market? What are you guys seeing? Days on market, percentage of list to close. Give us some quick elevator talk stats, if
Yeah,
you
well,
will.
I mean, 2 years ago it was 3 days on market. Right now we're at about 14, and that depends on the type of home. But our home values here are pretty high. We're in a high price home category here, and so you've got average home price sometimes of $1 million here, which the days on market end up being about more like 64. Now, in a historically balanced market, your average is actually 90 days. So classifying that and the fact that the prices are still edging up slightly here, this is still a soft seller's market. I think it's moving towards a balanced market quickly with the number of listings. We have 75% more listings currently than we did this time last year, which you had a massive shortage. So this is good news. There's more options for buyers out there. There's more room to negotiate and get a better deal, which is great for everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just said 64 average days. A normal market's about 90 in that market. I mean, I feel like that's a really healthy market to find the right buyer. Um, so seems relatively balanced. There's not a huge rush for people to come in and overpay for properties, and they're really being patient, but also finding the right property for them, right?
Correct. And even with the interest rates where they are, which is still not by any means high historically, rather than price drops, we see sellers offering buy downs for interest rates, things like that, to help make these properties more attractive to potential buyers.
Yeah, are you guys seeing a lot of people do the 2-1 buy downs, or are they closing cost concessions? What are those deals kind of looking like?
We're seeing both. We're seeing a mix
Both.
of it, and so we don't see that many price drops. If we do, they're nominal. And we always do encourage our agents, rather than doing price drops, to provide more opportunity for negotiation within the deal.
Yeah. Are you seeing, I know in some markets they do like a price range. I mean, that's not really something that we see these days in the MLS or anything, is it?
No, as an MLS professional, I have always advised against that, because if you've got a price range, why would anybody offer at the top of the range? If you know that
Right.
they'll take lower, why would you offer that range? And so I've never really been in practice in an area that allowed that, and I have a hard time understanding the benefit of it.
Cool. Now you're a bit of a you're kind of renowned for your crypto expertise, and you're talking a lot about AI in the market these days. Tell us a little bit about your journey and how you like what's your background that got you to where you're what you're doing today.
Well, I'm kind of a nerd, and I started hearing about crypto 2016, 2017, following obviously Bitcoin and the entrance of Ethereum to the market. And I've always just kind of been curious about how it operates, the value behind it, what makes it such a game changing experience for our world financially. And so I really started getting into it. I did that little $100 at a time and slowly built up some, and I've bought and sold here and there. I've never put a huge amount into it, but it helps you to learn what it's about, what gives a cryptocurrency its value. And then I became more interested in the applications of it, learning that the blockchain language that it's written on is the true value behind any crypto. And there's so many applications for blockchain that I think get overlooked. Then you had the meme coins hit the market, and that kind of convoluted the value of the true solid cryptos. And then the NFTs. And of course, the NFT product itself is a very valuable tool. And then you have a bunch of crypto bros come in and make a bunch of digital stickers. And to me, it's diluted the value of what the tool of an NFT itself is, and the applications for it as well.
Right. Are there a few coins that you're following? What are you kind of tracking?
I'm a little risk averse, so I tend to only follow about the top 12 coins, and like what's being written on the coins, what the blockchain's being used for, the applications behind it. So that's been the most important thing to me, is the value of what companies are utilizing which cryptos and for what purposes. And cryptos do have certain value to different types of markets, whether it's medical or real estate or government records, things like that. And so the value of cryptocurrency is how it's being used.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different applications. I know XRP is pretty popular, and we'll see what kind of happens with that. Everybody's been kind of on the sidelines with that, but don't want to get too deep into that. You said you're a bit of a nerd, and so I saw recently that you're running a lot. Have you always been a runner, or what kind of hobbies keep you busy?
I took up running at 34, and I'm a 5K runner. I've done a couple of 10Ks. I've never wanted to punish my body much further. But to be able to run the largest brokerage in Colorado and be involved in some other large companies as well, it takes extreme discipline to do it. And so I've just made it a practice to be in the gym at 5 every morning. Work my body, whether it's strength training or cardio, just to stay in shape, so that I can always joke and say I try to do more to myself before 6 a.m. than my agents can do to me the rest of the day.
Yeah, because if you can do that, then you've got then you've got the discipline, you've got the fight, you can take on anything, and you're ready to go.
Well,
That's awesome.
also, I teach a lot on motivation and discipline, and how that is so important. The foundations of growing your business, and how you plan your days out. What do you do with your mornings? And you're always going to be much more effective as a leader if your people see you as an example actually doing it.
Hang on one sec, I'm having a tech glitch.
Okay.
Hang on 2 minutes. Let me restart. I just had to delete a bunch of videos from my hard drive to clear up space.
Okay. Where do you want to go back to?
I'm just gonna start again from my next question.
Okay.
So one sec. I'm just waiting for yours to upload. Mine's yours uploaded. I'll stitch these together. All right, let me restart my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.